Are we live?
Jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time.
Where y'all at? Where y'all at? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly.
Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with the baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly.
Project Shark is here. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. I'm turning this off. There we go. Turning it off. What's up, Project Shark? How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Shazam! I remember Shazam. Did you see Shazam? That the new Shazam movie that's coming out, right? The second one that's gonna have the Helen Mirren. I love her. I can't even remember. Oh no, she was in that. Oh, what was the name of that movie? The Good Wife, or is it The Good Wife? It was a recent movie. I was like, oh, she did really good. And hi, Mary. How are you today? I'm going to tell y'all, I don't have anything particular I want to talk about today. Just hanging out, running a little late. I haven't even, with the last two. Oh, Shazam said, really? When? It was just announced yesterday, I think, that she's going to be in the movie. I don't remember what she's going to do. Vicky said, I came so soon. This is my normal time. Actually, I'm like 5 minutes late, Vicky. I'm like, COVID spiked in Mumbai. All right, you want to talk about COVID? Because you know I'll talk about some COVID. I got both my vaccines. But that don't mean that you can stop wearing your mask, right? Even though you got both the vaccines and stuff, I still go out wearing my mask. But I see so many people here up in the Walmarts and all those stores not wearing a mask. I was like, this is why it's going to spike, even though people are getting the vaccines. This is why. Because you can still be a spreader and have gotten vaccinated, they say. Or they think, right? And they say, still wear your mask. All the schools are open. I was just talking to my friend, and she was like, she got an email, because her kids are still in virtual. You know, my kids aren't. But she got an email, and they said that by April 3rd or something, they want to get all the kids that are at home back in school, that are doing virtual. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I just hope everybody gets vaccinated. You literally made my night because it's night in Pakistan. Well, I'm great, Shazam. I'm glad to. Perry's here. Angry Jokes is here. React to Govindan SRK videos. Vicky, I got to spread it out, Vicky. People are going to get mad. I'm only going to do, how many Govindas I did recently? You're doing too many Govindas. What about this? What about that? Got to spread it out. Hope one day I want to come to Angry Jokes. I ain't traveling nowhere just yet. Well, I'm talking about traveling maybe in the U.S., some places like visiting friends this summer because we all were getting vaccinated and all. But going outside, like, this is scary. It's scary to step out your house these days. But one day I'm going to do Angry Jokes. You mark my words. Mark them in red ink. I'm going to come make my India trip. And look, I'm not going to be, I'll go I'll do the world tour. That's what I'm going to do. I got Perry here in the UK. I'm going to go to the UK. Got Angry Jokes over there. He's in Pakistan. Even after COVID is over, I'll keep wearing a mask. I always said, look, Mary, I said the same thing. Because I always see those Asians after, what was it, the SARS? After the SARS hit over there, that they in the airports and they're in public transportation, they always wearing a mask. I was like, that's why, because they had to deal with stuff like that. They know. So now, in the airports, I'm going to always be wearing a mask. Going places. And this is another, I haven't really gotten sick this year. My kids either. And they're back in person in school. So it's not that we're not out the house. It's just that masks protect from getting sick. Regardless. But they say, what did they say? They're like, well, you need to build up your antibodies, your natural antibodies to be exposed to stuff. Maybe that's right. I take my vitamins. That's what I'm going to take, my vitamins to do that. What's your thoughts about racism? racism's bad. I mean, all anything that's like I feel like putting down another group for any reason is not a good thing. What you know what I someone made a comment the other day. We were watching what were we watching? We were watching a movie. Maybe it was like Bill and Ted's, like one of the initial ones. And look, y'all just ask me questions because that's what I said today. Today, y'all can just come in, ask me anything. That's what today is. So that's what I'm a. I'm. I can't say words. I'm contact. That's what I my thoughts. But so we're watching the Bill and Ted's movie, like the original one, and they like back then, like the word they use, what they use, fag, right? They used that word in the movie, which now like you would use that word, people would be like, oh, you know, like, but it wasn't a big deal saying in the movie back then. And Keanu Reeves said it, and I was like, you know, if Keanu Reeves, he would never probably say a word like that anywhere. And what did I say? I was like, that's LGBTQism. That's what I was like, that's an LG. I guess the isms like racism, sexism. That what I guess it's just called homophobe. Maybe is that the word? But I think we should make that saying LGBTQism a thing. Let's make it a thing because you got racism, sexism, those words, but they don't have one ism, do they? Just for like if you're homophobic, right? So LGBTQism, use it. I love me some Keanu Reeves. That's what I'm saying. Keanu Reeves, he ain't going to know. So, you know, when he said in the movie back then, people didn't think of it. He would never do that now, Twisted Nerve. He would never do that now. Let me know. I'm not getting behind on comments. I did so good last week staying up in the comments. I'm going to keep it up. Hello, Shubham. When is the sequel? I don't know I don't even know, Shazam. I don't even know if they gave the release date. Maybe they did for the new Shazam movie. But if they're just introducing cast, they might not, because they might not even have a release date. I don't know. If you find out, Shazam, let me know. Go Google it now. Y'all go Google it. Don't leave. Talk to me. But I want to know now, too. Oh, Mary. Did I tell you my sad story, Mary? She wants me to visit Mumbai, and she wants to go to Alaska. So y'all know, y'all might have seen my video when I was on the Price is Right game show and I won. Did y'all ever see? I have a video. Me and the Price are talking about it. Going on the Price is Right show. I won like $10,000. This true story. I was on TV, met Drew Carey. It was on the stage, winning the prize. And you know what? They were like, what are you going to do with that money? I mean, I paid bills. I had some bills to pay and stuff. But I took like a big chunk of it. And I was like, we're going on a trip. My dream trip. This was my dream trip. Other than India. Doing my world tour through India and all the places to visit my subscribers. But this has been my dream trip forever. Doing a cruise to Alaska. Because I don't want to just go, it's cold. I want to be able to go back in a ship in the warm and a warm bed and all that stuff. But they have these cruises that go to Alaska and stop at all the good stops. And plus, when you're cruising, you can see like the whales and glacier, all that stuff. So this was my dream trip. And I was going to bring the family to Alaska. We had it booked. We had the cruise booked. It was supposed to be June 2020. Had it booked for June 2020, my cruise and everything. Then COVID hit. They canceled the cruise. Of course, I wasn't going on no cruise up in the COVID. I ain't even going on a cruise now, people. And I'm vaccinated. Like, they better. Those are some of the most, like, catching this germs kind of play. Because you're all on the boat and you're eating at buffets and touching. I don't know. But, so that, they canceled it. And that was my dream trip. Mary, I'm with you. That was my dream trip, going to Alaska. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it one day, maybe 2022. Maybe we talked about it rescheduling 2022. Y'all think it'll be safe by then? You got me missing those. Mary, oh, that was such a heartbreaker too. Because that was like, and I finally got the chance to do my dream trip because I went on the game show and won the money to do it. And then it was canceled. Shazam said it's beautiful there in North Pakistan. It's beautiful. Like I've seen pictures of all those there. Do they have the mountains? I love mountains. Auntie Amanda, Perry said, it's just been confirmed 3 hours ago on Google that Black Widow movie is still coming to theaters and straight. Oh, it was long. Perry, where you been? This was announced yesterday. Perry. Oh, he said Google confirmed it. Because it was announced like on the Twitter and all that yesterday that first they moved back the date, right? To July, is it? They first moved back the Black Widow date. Wasn't it May supposed to be? And then they moved it back to July. But they're going to do the simultaneously theaters and at home Disney Plus. They moved back what did they? Oh no, they said that new Luca, right? They said Luca is going to come to Disney Plus only, I think. The new Pixar Luca. And I heard some other stuff that to do with like and what I said Eternals and another thing from Marvel. What was the other thing? It also got moved back. I'm tired of COVID, y'all. I'm tired of COVID. I want to go on my Alaska cruise. I want to watch all my movies. The theaters here are open. I can go, but still right now everything is dual streaming pretty much. Or I can get a screener of it because I review the movies. So I either get the dual streaming able to just watch it at home and not have to go to theaters or get a screener. But I do it's nothing like a movie experience. Sitting in the movies, eating your popcorn and eating your snacks that you snuck in because it's too expensive. Yes, I do that. Those snacks are expensive up in here in the movie theater. It's more, you pay more for snacks at the movie theater than you do to pay for a ticket. So I got all my candies and all snuck in my purse. Amanda, you've worked in biotech. You should know more about how COVID vaccines work. Of course. What you saying, nurse? Why did Twisted Nerve say that? Watching him makes me smile. He said about Keanu Reeves. Yeah. Vaccines work. That's why, but you can still be a carrier. And people they don't get it. Oh, I'm getting real far behind. I better do this faster. Oh wait, Yogi Sharma. COVID was a Chinese biowarfare world. Trump was the only good cop who wanted to. Yogi, you come and talk about Trump is good, but Trump is the only good cop who wanted to punish China for it and fine them in some way. But stupid U.S. voters have put. Yeah, I voted for Biden. Don't be coming out, Yogi. Yogi, don't be coming up here talking about bad about my Biden and talking about good about Trump. They ain't no Trump lovers over here. Yogi's gonna keep on saying that. You live in the US. Do you know what Trump did? There's a lot of countries, even if China released this. Look at New Zealand. Look at those places. They live in normal lives because they took it seriously and put up precautions in place beforehand. They doing good now. Who's the one struggling? Even if it was a biological, because the people are dumb and they was listening to this dumb old Trumpet's a hoax and he not wearing a mask and all this stuff. Yogi, you get on with that. We ain't listening to all that nonsense up in here. Trump's gone, good riddance, and he's probably going to jail because all these people are coming after him from him lying up on his taxes to him not even the insurrection at the Capitol, but also with him making calls to Georgia. All those people, Georgia's suing him because he tried to sway the election there or strong arm. Look, he's going to come in here talking that he knows something about Trump. Y'all know nothing about Trump. Where's Vicky? I was getting angry. Vicky, calm me down. Tell me calm down, Vicky. Vicky, I was getting angry. I need a girl like you. Shabham said. After look, Shabham, you still say that after I got all worked up? Recently, India Prime Minister Modi wrote a letter to Pakistan and made a step forward to making, that's good. Because I never knew what the problems was there to begin with. But I always see in the movies how they just had the tensions, the Pakistan and India. And I never had a problem against Pakistan. Never did nothing to me. So I was like, I even though I love my Bollywood and my India people, I love my Pakistan people too. Like they never had a problem. So when they was all stepping the crickets, I do I do root for the Indian crickets. But don't get mad at me, Shazam. But I'm just saying, I love all my people, and that's why when I saw the tensions in there, that they have these tensions, I didn't like it. Why can't we get along? I'm glad to hear this, Shazam. I'm glad to hear it. Now, China, oh, he's still going on and laugh about it and goffs. Like, Yuki, listen, I'm not over here saying that China was like perfect. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that Biden is a good president and Trump was a horrible. That's what I'm saying. we know how China hid it for a while, the virus and all that stuff that, it caused harm and allowed it to spread more and everything. Not perfect, and look how they're doing now. Like they even had this big old thing when what was it? Our ambassador in China and China, they had the talks. It was in Alaska too, wasn't it? I think it was in Alaska, talking about Alaska, and they had the talks and they started fighting with each other. Amanda, you have a lot of Indian right-wing bigots in your live stream. Be careful of their Listen, that you don't have to tell me to be careful, Twisted Nerve. I see foolishness when I come up in here looking at that, talking about Trump's good. For people that don't even live in the U.S. or know nothing. Remember when I was going to say stuff about the farmers' protest, and I was like, look, this is just what I'm seeing from the outside, but I can't say nothing because I don't live there going through it. That's how these yogi, they need to look at it. They can look and say all they want from the outside, but until you're going through it and you better just zip it because you don't know nothing. You don't know what the people here are going through under him. I'm getting work. Vicky, calm me down. Calm me down, Vicky. Calm me down. In India, when struggling with these clowns, I can imagine I feel like this whole false news, propaganda, fake news, pushing, misinformation, even from the vaccine stuff. People not wanting to get the vaccines, thinking Bill Gates going to control them and all this. They got chips in them. It's craziness they pushing, and people believe this. The QAnon crazy people even believed in March that Trump was the real president and he was going to declare himself. They were all going to the White House because they had this false information pushing Trump's the real. He's going to reveal himself on March, I forget, 4th, or it was some date in March this month. And they was all going there to the White House because they really believed it. I think the internet and YouTube and social medias, Facebook, they're all responsible for this stuff because they allow the misinformation to be pushed. I gotta calm down. Vicky ain't here to tell me calm down. Let me just go with my comments. Am I gonna get mad again? Y'all warned me. When you gonna react to? I gotta do. Look, everybody's asking for my Govinda. Did I Sarka? That seems like, did I not do Sarka? I feel like, did I write it down? Because I feel like that title is familiar. Did I not write that down? They don't just want to listen, accept that they can be wrong about their narrow view world. Twisted Nerve knows, and they just don't want to look beyond the extreme view. Twisted, hi, Paul. Paul came in, and look, Alana came in. Namaste, and I was all worked. Y'all got to see me all worked up. Y'all got to see me getting all worked up. There are many conspiracies that pressure on India by China to do this, but there isn't an exact clarification behind it. But I'm really happy that things are. Me too, Shazam. That's good news to hear. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it, Shazam. I lost it. Hi, Gally. Don't trust any tweet about Yogit. Yogi, why don't you do this? You won't let me trust Twisted Nerve, but why don't you trust me, who lives in the U.S. and going through this? Who knows firsthand what we're going through with the Trumps and everything? Why don't you trust me, who has lived the experience firsthand and knows better? How about that? You're getting not even what you hear in the news, secondhand. This is firsthand information of someone who lived under Trump's regime, I call it. Paid attention every day, like not watch his tweets every day, whatever, not just what's on the news. I don't just watch the news. I just followed all the stuff. Even to now, knowing how he's probably gonna be going to jail for all his corruption and lies and stealing and lying on his taxes and then all the stuff, all the other stuff he did. Like, this is firsthand. Why don't you trust me? Someone in the U.S. lived under all the presidents. Well, not all of them, but since what? The 76 when I was born, seen firsthand the damage the Trump administration and Trump has done. This is all firsthand, Yogi. Why don't you trust me? That's all I'm asking. Do you live in the U.S., Yogi, and going through this? Anyone else? Anyone else? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Vicky's still not here to comment. Shazam. Yeah, it's mountains, and have you watched it? Yeah, it's so mountains. What did Shazam say? I must have skipped something he said, huh? There are conspiracies. The India, talking about the mountain areas in India when the China. Is that what you're talking? Or you're talking about Pakistan, the mountains? I'm lost. Look, this is what you get. He got me all worked up. I don't even know what I'm saying. It got me all worked up. Well, I need to save a lot of money to visit Alaska. Is Miami really a human place? Because I like beaches. Yeah. Hi, Tejas. Look, Tejas was here when I was getting worked up. Do not go to the theater. It's not yet completely safe, Mary. I've been to there once. Keep proving me right, Twisted Nerves. Y'all get and Twisted Nerve gotta go at it. Twisted Nerve knows how I think. Too tired. I'm too tired. I'm with you, Nagami. Do penguins have knees? Oh, Kumar. So why they walk like this? Can never be pressurized by any. I don't know what y'all talking about now. You talking about? Y'all not getting along, Teachers? I thought this was y'all was gonna get along. I want to see y'all getting along. Biden bright. Mary knows Trump dark night. Mary knows. Look, India always wanted to make better relations with Pakistan, but is always backstab. And now India wanted to help innocent Pak people by vaccine, but they denied help. Teachers, I told you there are conspiracies. There aren't exact clear. Look, please read. But it seems like the government, right? Like it's some of the governments. Is that what? I don't know where these tensions stem from with the India and Pakistan. And I ain't going to even say, like, to put my 2 cents to even say that I think, because I'm not going to be like that. I don't know. I'm not living it firsthand, you geeks. So I don't know. But I do know these tensions, they seem to stem for long, long ago. And one day I feel like we can work through it. We can work through it. Do you mean Marvel Studios Shang-Chi movie? Oh yeah, that was the other one, I think, Perry. That was right. That was the other one delayed. It was the Black Widow, Eternals, and then that Shang. I don't even know what that movie's about, Perry. But that was the other one. They're not in exact clarification. You say such thing. Tejas, whatever happened was on both sides. You can't blame anyone for it, but happy to get better now. That's right. Like, yeah, at some point you have to put your anger and all that aside with stuff, right? And just clean slate. Just clean slate. And then just try to work better for because aren't y'all the right neighbors, right? I seen that movie when the guy, oh yeah, who was in that? Oh, I can't think. But when they had that little girl on the train, and she went over, I think she's from Pakistan, and she went over for the surgery. Oh, that movie made me cry. What was the movie? And then she went over, and then she got stuck without a mom or something in India. And then that guy found her, and he brought her back, like he snuck her back into Pakistan. And then he was trying to cross the border. What was that movie? Oh, it made me cry. So I know they have like the border right there, and he was trying to come back, and they was all at the border cheering him because he did the right thing by bringing the girl back. Nobody's telling me. I don't know. I was looking at my phone, the name of it. I don't remember the name, but it made me cry. And that's when I remembered that's when I first knew they had those really the India and the Pakistan had the trouble from the movie. I learned a lot of stuff from movies. And then but I never realized what it was from. But that movie, and that just showed you I think that's why it made me cry, because you knew there was tensions, but how they overcame it just for the better of, like, because he went over there to do what's right for the little girl and help her. Oh, don't get me. I shouldn't think about it. I'm gonna start tearing up now. Y'all know how sensitive I get. Did anybody say the name of the movie? I had to catch up on my comments. When we talk with you, we don't feel any. Oh, shut up, Pam. Thank you. 500 subscribers. Seems like you're in politics. Seems like you're in politics a lot. 500 subscribers. I wasn't gonna be. I was like, this is the chat. I don't even know what I want to talk about. Just come and ask me any questions. And then they had to get me up into politics. But I feel like it's important to stay on your politics, to know what's going on. That's how, don't you think it's important to, like, know what's going on in the world and stay up on the politics and follow it, especially when you're, like, voting and you're going to know exactly what policies and people you're going to vote for? Listen, I spend at least an hour a day just reading up on things. And not just, I watch like the news stations and different ones. That's one thing I do. I don't stick to one. I like to watch all sides of the propaganda news. I watch all the sides. I watch the Fox News to the CNN news. Like, I watch all the sides, because they're always talking about different things to push their agendas. I follow, like, all the online, read all the topics, and I try to a little bit the just news around the world. I try to stay on it, but it's hard enough trying to keep up with your own news in your own country. But I try to make an effort to do this, because I feel like it's important to know what's going on, right? Just told you that there's some conspiracies too. I didn't make fun or something that India is pressured by China to do this. Pac is not our enemy, but terrorism is. Terrorism thinks everybody's enemy, right? I mean, or it should be. It should see, terror even gets an ism. When is it going to bring me back to the other isms? Racism, terrorism. How come can we make this a thing? The LGBTQ isms. If you wasn't here for that, I'm trying to make it a thing, because they got racism, all these isms, sexism, terrorism, but they don't have an ism like for when you're homophobic, right? So I made up the word just talking the other day with the family, LGBTQism. I feel like it could catch on. I feel like it's a catchy saying. Hi, Ariane. I remember when COVID was at the start, our prime minister came to the U.S. to talk with you guys, Trump, on this matter. Do you remember, Amanda? I don't. Because, when COVID first started going on, I think everybody, like, I wasn't watching, like, I watch all the COVID stuff, but it was mostly like, it was a hard time because the kids, school stopped. All of a sudden, we went on spring break and they never went back to school. They never went back to school. Like, just, so I was like, and they didn't give, like, virtual school really at that time. They were just like, so I was like teaching the kids myself. It was hard. This is what I remember the first days of COVID, it being stressful, more than usual, just stressful, not knowing what's happening in the world, or if you're going to have a job because everything closed down. My husband got furloughed, but it wasn't until a little later he did. But then still at that time, trying to get toilet paper. That's what I remember. That's what I remember, Shazam. Like, I need toilet paper. That's what I remember. Bang, bang, tan Nick. Bang, tan Nick, hello. Shazam. India is also not our enemy. We have really long history together, teachers. I am a Sindhi, and my ancestors were India and Hindu. I am proud of my roots and see. Oh, what is Yogi going to tell me? Pakistan has killed. Yogi's all in this. So does he love Trump and he don't like Pakistan? Is this what we're saying? Killed 3 core Hindus. Check Google, find the population. Yogi came to talk politics today. I don't know about all that, Yogi, but I'm going to just tell you, I haven't seen you say you trust me yet. When I tried to tell you about the firsthand experience over here, that's what I'm waiting for. Today you've written that we ask you anything, so I'm going to ask you. Oh, Elena, Elena, don't. I'm not ready for that. I didn't study. I didn't study. Now ask me anything. This what the stream should be, Elena. Ask me anything but biochem stuff. Elena, you missed last week, Elena, trying to quiz me. I failed. Did I fail, Lena? I spent a long time, especially since I was in a classroom knowing my biochem stuff, because 15 years I worked in like, Lena, I'm going to skip all Lena's comments. I'm going to skip. Hello, how are you? Good to see you back. Hi, Vikram. Teachers, love your reaction to the yesterday. I saw the trailer and was like, I want Amanda reaction on it. And when I opened my phone, oh, Teachers, you know that's my kind of movie, Teachers. You know, like, so I didn't even know what it was about. I was just like, oh, this is new. And, I like to check out new trailers when they hit. Like the India, the ones that come out of there. Just all over, I like to check out the new ones. I look at like what's trending videos and stuff. I'm like, oh, is anything interesting? And I saw that, what caught me, Teachers. This is what made me want to do it, is I saw the Kanga girl was in it. Right? The King, what? I know I probably say her name wrong. The Kanga rapper. So that's what caught me for that trailer. And I only knew it because of y'all, right? I was like, oh, she's in it. I'm going to have to check this out because everything you've been hearing all about Kanga recently. So that's what attracted me to even do the trailer action. Now, this is one thing. They didn't have subtitles, but they talked in English some. So I was able to follow a little bit along. But Tejas, that was my kind of movie. With the first of all, Kanga was drew me to it, but then they had the strong female leader. I'm the girl power, and just it's a true story, like based on the true events. So that already, I have to watch this movie. I'm gonna have to watch this one, do a review. I don't even know if it's not coming to theater. I'm gonna have to find a way. Give me illegal copies. No, don't say it, because illegal copies probably don't have English subtitles. But that one, Tejas, was good. It got a lot of views so far, like 2,000 or something. So I think a lot of people are interested in this movie too, but why do you think people are is it the figure it's based off of? I forgot. Someone told me her name, because at first I was like, is that her name? And they're like, oh no, that means like leader or something, the name of the movie, right? And it was another female it was based after. I don't even remember. And I was like, oh, I need to find teacher. And then I was gonna be like, oh, I need to find out more about her. I will. I really want to watch the movie though. When did Jelly say, what do you think? Will we have lockdown again? What is your opinion? Jelly, I don't know about your country there. I think all countries are doing different, but I don't think here there are gonna be lockdowns. Again, not like there was before. I mean, maybe if it got so out of control, but people are getting vaccinated. Maybe if it was like, maybe if one of these, the COVID mutated into a strain that's like way more deadly, which is already seen, but like extremely more deadly and the vaccine and resistant to the vaccine, maybe. I still don't feel like, because even then, I feel like masks work. If you wear your mask, going out into the public, anywhere you go, and stay a good distance and make sure to wash your hands, use the sanitizer, I think you can stay safe. Look at my husband. Like, he was furloughed during the pandemic early stages, like 2 months. But he worked in the hospital around COVID patients the whole time and never got sick. Because he practiced all, like the hospitals, they practice all the safest precautions, wore the mask, even goggles sometimes when you're around the patients, stay the distance. I feel like if you just do that, you don't have to go in these lockdowns. And they're even saying like where I worked, Elena, and my bio to Kim, when I worked in the big hospital over here, they've been doing a big study in schools, because schools here, like they've been in person, like you've had the option to go in person or virtual, right? And my kids went for the first half virtual, but I doing my science, Elena, my science that I really like studied every day. I would go and look because they'd have like a dashboard, new cases, this and that, and then also new cases and people that are quarantined. So like if they were exposed to these people around them, the people that are around them are in the class got quarantined. So I was like watching all this for months before I was like, because I'm going to do my own research to see how safe it is to send kids back to school. Number one, they're finding like the kids that are getting sick that are in the school, they're getting sick outside of school. Like when they're going home, not wearing a mask, being around other people that's got it. That's where they're getting sick. And the people, then if they go to school and they're sick, the people around them that are getting quarantined, they weren't getting sick. They were getting quarantined, but it was like none of them were getting sick from it, even if they were around the person positive, because they wore their mask and safe precautions. I feel like if we can do that and just everybody wear the mask right and do these safe, there never has to be a lockdown. I just feel that I don't want to get all worked up again. What is Elena, what is the capital of Canada? Is it Quebec? This ain't a biochem question. Why is this a biochem? Am I right? Is it Quebec? Am I right? Somebody tell me if I'm right. Somebody tell me. Maddie Lee, I see here. Am I right? Is it Quebec, Maddie Lee? Look, I got my phone, and these are like the new comments I can see over here. Even though I'm gonna catch up over there. See Elena quizzing me today. Am I right with the Quebec? I don't want to. Yeah, don't argue. I love you all. I love you all. I don't want y'all to argue. What we went through with Trump and India, we're still going through. I mean, we're still going through stuff like here with people that was followers of them. But I don't want y'all to get to fight. This ain't, this is a happy chat and we're friends and come here to talk. I don't want y'all to fight. I'm a huge in TV shows, and I'm happy because they might open India channel soon. Really? So y'all don't even get the India channels like over there. They like block that stuff out. Have you been to Canada? I have, Mary. I feel like somebody should tell me if I was right about this, about the Canada, the capital. Elena, am I right? I've been to Canada a couple of times, and it was always over the west coast of Canada. So I've been to like Vancouver and Victoria, which Victoria is right by Vancouver in the little island. And I went to Victoria because a movie, like they do a lot of movie shoots there. I think because the studios get like a discount and taxes and all for doing like filming there. So I went there once vacation, just visiting Vancouver, and once for like a movie, so twice. But I'm talking about the summer visiting friends. And my one friend lives, Tessa, who I'm probably going to go visit in like June after she gets vaccinated, waiting for that. But she lives like an hour, 2 hours away from Niagara Falls. And I really hope at that time, like Canada, because, I think their borders are still closed to us because the COVID was so bad. I'm not sure, not 100% on it, but I really want to go like over, she said like the Niagara Falls, the Canada side is like the coolest. I really want to go see. I've never seen Niagara Falls. So that's what I would love to do this summer. Go to Canada again. Oh, I got to get my passport updated. Oh, that reminds me. Don't let me forget. Who said look, I got to show this. You are so cool, Amanda. I love your channel. That was from Bangtanic. That's hard to say. Bangtanic. I would do with Vicky's work. Calm down. Good, T. Just put a pulse. Say hi. Have you forgotten Lada? I haven't. See? Well, Vicky left already. But who else was saying I got to do Govinda? Because I was like, people are saying like, I love my Lada. I got to do my Lada songs too. And I've been doing some. I did some Shriya recently. What else I did? The other day I did Salman Khan's always. People always do. He's in everything because I want to do my Hardy, one of hers, but then I did the song. Somebody's like, "Oh, she's in it," and she was hardly in it. It was all Salman. I was like, "He's in everything. He's in everything." When you come back to India, I haven't been there in the first place. Mutha, I got to come there the first time. You're really like me. I also forget things every time, and then my mom scolds me. And yes, I'm talking about northern areas. Alicia, hi, Mary. Bengari, maybe that was it, Mary. That movie I was thinking, huh? When he goes to the other side and brings that little girl back to Pakistan, he like smuggles her in, or India at the time of its independence chose to follow a secular democracy like Pakistan, which went to religious identity defend. So is that the problem? Like the tensions? Is that where it caused? Is it more like religious tensions? I'm honestly telling you. Uh oh. I lost my spot. I'm far behind. I'm trying to catch up. I'm so, oh my goodness. Look at how far behind I am. I'm still going. I'm still going. Why y'all tell me I'm this far behind? Oh, here we go. I'm honestly telling you, I want to resolve the issue between, I know. I want y'all to. I don't like seeing there. I don't know the reason. That's why I said it must stem back way far. I don't know the reasons, but at some point you just gotta just, come to terms and just get along as people. Our India culture has been a tolerant one, but this philosophy is under grave crisis under the present government. Shazam. Yes, it was that movie. Oh, I was right. India movie on Pakistan daughter bring it. Yes, well, I don't remember, but that's the one Mary was talking about. Oh, that movie made me cry. Have y'all watched it? Who watched that movie and cried? I was bawling like ugly tears. We're just like and sniffling and nose run. That's how much it just touched me. And that's when I was really like, first of all, like, why don't they like each other and have all these tensions? But also like, look at them. You can tell they make these movies even because they want relations better and probably get to the hearts of people. Like, we got to overcome this for the better of our people. I'm happy to see you live on YouTube. Thank you. Oh, that's Tejas' fave too. Oh, Tejas, did you cry from it? Look, I don't even know the history of everything, and I was bawling. Please write to Allah Mira Dil from. Oh, Mahardi's in it. You should visit India and Pakistan and share your firsthand personal experience and thoughts. I'm gonna do my world tour, Mary. Gotta do my world tour. Lady Stan, I'm doing good. When U.S. put sanctions to some countries, they became friends with China, Russia, and are forming another group to challenge U.S. economic policy. USA should change its policies of sanctions. Your take. This has been, look, this is something on a lot of people's that pay attention here. It's mine. Because first of all, like that whole little fight they got into, our ambassador with the China and all that, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna be like, U.S. can't say this and that. They don't have like power anymore. You're weak and all this, and it's kind of true. Like, I feel like Trump has made our country with this whole America first, but also just by the policies that they had. Like, look. Did we not look like a joke to the rest of the world? Like, maybe not the rest of the world, but we were pretty much look like clowns with a clown running the place. Of course you're going to lose respect for like a country and stuff. So Biden is coming in like before, like when it was the Obama administration, and come in with that attitude before, but the world's changing, especially the eyes of the U.S., the way people look towards the U.S. has changed in the last 4 years. Probably even more so after January 6th when they attacked the Capitol, and how so many are attacking our democracy that they're looking like you're not the same. That you can't come in now acting like nothing happened in the last 4 years. That your country isn't in turmoil and half the people like trying to attack it and overturn it, and you want to come in and say your 2 cents. I agree with that a little bit. Even though Biden, he's used to, he was under Obama and that administration, but it ain't the same. I feel like our country's looked upon anymore. The last 4 years with Trump, our allies were just like, y'all are crazy. That's how I felt. So now, just because there's a new president, you're going to come in and be like, you're gonna act like, here, I'm coming back, I'm back, and this is how things are gonna run. Like, no, because look at, the damage the last 4 years to your country. Maybe you should work on yourself a little bit more. So, and on top of it, like you say, my thoughts on that is, other our allies looked at, but sort of like I would say enemy, like Russia, China, all those powers are like, now look at US is weak. They try to even overturn their government. This is our chance to like pounce on that. And I don't know what they do. I don't know what that, but at least like push us down a notch. And that was probably, they even said Russia interference in an election that Trump won. They're saying that, even they don't want to deny it, there was definitely, and probably the whole purpose is because they knew with Trump in, it would make us look weaker. And it seems like they succeeded. Those are my thoughts anyway. I don't know. Those are my thoughts, Shubham. Guwar, hello, Guwar, Auntie Mana. Just to let you know, Shang-Chi is known as the master of Kung Fu. Oh. That's it's the master of Kung Fu. I don't know much about the movie, but you know me, I watch it. I will watch it. Hi, C Ready. I'm doing good. Amarin, hello, Shubham. What's your take on? I don't look. Uyghur Muslims. I don't even know what Uyghur is. Shubham. What is that word? Can you know? Hi, I know you, C Ready. Pakistan government just don't want to tie up with India. Same with China and Turkey. All these government are. Oh wait, this is that movie was based on, right? The dream girl of Bollywood. She is 70, 75, but still looks gorgeous and still dances beautifully. When she is asked that some yoga and dance is a secret to fitness. So that's who. So she was like a Bollywood actress that went political, right? That's what I got up from the trailer. I support LGBTQ also, but Mary, don't you think sexist, that people that are like racism, right? Against, people are called sexism when, against women or gender role, all that, they should have the term LGBTQism. Why don't they get an ism? I'm going to support this. I am going to try to, y'all start using this. When is your birthday? It's in November, Amrita. Twisted nerve. In India, when COVID started, RPM was busy helping Trump with his election campaigning. Really? I remember when he came over here. I don't remember it was COVID time. Holiday festivals on Sunday. I know. Festival of Colors. It's time we can't play second wave. This time we can't play second wave of COVID has hit India badly, going out of control. I mean, a lot of things here they haven't done. Like I said, St. Patrick's Day, they didn't have parades and all that last week. So it's still weird. You have to be careful. At the same time, riots was going on in New Delhi. China is becoming a threat to the world, and America in every possible way is now threatening USA to put sanctions into war. China is promoting its own currency and religion to counter the dollar. I mean, they've been wanting to do that, right? But when we look weaker, and definitely are, and other countries are going to pounce on it. I'm really enjoying Falcon the Winter Soldier. Oh, I love it too, Perry. It's so good. It's like isn't it? It's like a Marvel movie on TV, like a TV series that you get like once a week. Because there's going to be 6 episodes. It's really good. Hi, Parakash. Hi. Alina, our Prime Minister, Imran Khan, said they're ready to make ties better with India and they're willing. I hope it happens, Shazam. Maddie Lee. Hi, Maddie Lee. Good morning. Hi, say my name. Selva. Pakistan is an FATF gray list. I don't know what that is. That's why I want to approve ties. I don't know what this list. Oh, the FATF list of terrorism come out of. Oh, they're on like a special list. Rack to hip hop. Hip hop Tamil 8-episode watching is very interesting. Those videos available in subtitles. Oh, I like hip hop. The folly is not based on. I thought it was based on true. I thought it was based on the true story of the girl. It's not. Oh, now I'm upset. I thought it was based on the true. It's not. I even thought when I was watching it, they said based on the true. Oh, now I'm. Shubham, you never react to What is Hinduism video by Incarnate. Oh, let me see. I got this one. What is Hinduism? And it's by who? What do you say? By Incognito. And it has the English. You sure it has the English subtitles? Sometimes people give me, especially when I got to learn what it is, and it's so hard to find the English subtitles. Are you on OnlyFans? No. Isn't OnlyFans kind of dirty? I'm not on it. I never went there. But when I've seen like stuff, isn't that kind of like people do like dirt? I was like, I want to stay away from that. Don't they do kind of dirty stuff over there? That's what I've heard with the OnlyFans, Rakesh. You know, I'm going to be getting on there. Somebody doing like the dirty stuff. Early. Shubham, you might don't remember, but let me tell you again that this letter was sent from India, not Pakistan. So does that also mean that India is pressurized by China? Well, they're talking together. Political propaganda for government. Vijay. Hi, Vijay. Capital of Canada is C. It wasn't Quebec. Alina! Alina, what? Calgary? What is Am I right? Is it Calgary? Second, she's giving me hints. Don't laugh at me, Alina. I'm terrible at You said this was biochem exam, not geography. Kanga has had a lot of favors from the government supporting her ideology. Bollywood has boycotted Kanga. No one wants to work with her. That for many years she's been doing solo lead movies, and every time she proves her talent, 3 days before. Yeah, I saw. That's what a lot of people were commenting on that video, that she won her 4th like national award. I saw that, Tejas. The reality is completely messy. Kanga has a nice personality. You never react to. Shubham, you're just gonna make me feel bad. All the stuff I haven't reacted to. Shubham, don't make me feel bad over there. How are you? I'm doing good, Alicia. Twisted, please, man, to give some thought to all that you're being. You know, I take in what I'm told and have my own opinions. You know, I'm not swayed like that. My birthday's in November. Why did everybody don't get me presents? I thought that Pika had gotten an award. How was your vaccine? Oh, Maddie Lee. I wonder if Maddie Lee's still here. Vaccine. Look, I was a little sick the next day. I was from the second shot, a little nausea and stuff. I did see like there's studies that people like it hasn't been proven or not, but just like early studies of being done that people that get sick from the vaccine, like get sick when they get it, could be like some of it caused from they've been exposed to COVID before, didn't know it, and so they get the vaccine and it kind of brings those symptoms back. That which way I thought was interesting. I always was thinking, I was like, I wonder people that, because it's so iffy, right? Some people get sick after this shot. Some people are fine. And I thought, I was like, oh, I wonder if the people that are getting sick were actually people that might get like the worst of it if they had gotten COVID, right? That have gotten like the worst, almost death, or ones that might have been in the hospital. But they're saying it's ones that maybe have already been exposed. India defined by religion identity. We're still talking politics over there. Deepika literally ruined her career when she caught heaven. Yeah, like a lot of people got into that drug stuff, right? The movie you're talking about, Little Girl Passian, is Salman's. Oh, was it Salman Khan in it? Is that who it was? I told y'all he's in everything. I told y'all. It means a Muslim brother. See that movie? Did it make you cry? I want to know if it made your geek cry, and T just didn't answer me yet either. Why people in USA and other Western countries are ignorant about what's happening around the world. They just know what's going on in their own country, only don't care for others and are less aware of it, especially about East. I don't think it's that they don't care. Maybe a lot don't care, but they just don't like expose. I don't know if it's why, like the media or whatever. If it's the chicken or egg that people don't care, so they don't show much around the world, like on the news or those things, or if they don't show it, so people don't care. You know what I mean? You know, what came first, the chicken or egg? Do people not care about it? So they don't really teach us outside of like the US of what's going on in the world. Maybe that's it. That's why it's hard. Like I have to go outside to look at, I follow a lot of British papers I'll like read because also finding stuff in English too about what's going on in the world is hard. So I'll like look a lot of British covers stuff I think better around the world. So I'll try to read a lot of those papers. But they don't educate us much here on what's going on in the world unless something huge happens, an event. Have you ever visited India? I've never, and I want to. I know. Oh, I lost my place. Why am I so? I gotta catch up with you. Oh, wait here. Lotta J has one brother and five sisters, all legendary singers. India, her sister. I know her sister is the most famous after Lotta. I've reacted, I think, to some of her sister's songs. Do you watch YN International News Channel of India there? World. I've never heard of that channel. Which is your favorite movie? That's a hard one. I don't have a peanut butter jelly time, Sharon S. said. That's a hard one, a favorite movie. I've been asked that before, favorite movie, favorite songs. I mean, it's hard when there's just so many great ones, Ottawa is the cat. Look, Perry's nose. Why did she say C? Was she trying to mess with me? I thought that was a hint. She said the cat had is. Oh, Perry Googled it. You didn't know either, Perry. I was going to give you credit. I was like, look at Perry knowing. AUTS also has a packet, but they are blocked in Pakistan when their religions were banned until today. They're still blocked, but now there's hope. Gotcha. When they're planning to come to India to see 1,000-year-old infrastructure. Oh, I would love to. I know, Shubham. I know I want to come. Have you ever watched a Bollywood movie? Yeah. Why don't you start learning a few basic words just for fun, especially some funny words. Listen, this is the only word I can think of. And is this Hindi? Pagal? Is that right? Don't that mean crazy? Pagal? I don't know why that one sticks with me. I think because people call me. I think that's why I was like, what's Pagal they calling me? Doesn't it mean crazy? That's the only one I remember. No, Pakistan think they're killing. They're still talking about killing the Muslims in a Muslim country. Help those. I heard of that Kashmiri. I heard of that. I don't know what exactly happened. Don't know what's happening. Why and how do you have such a pure heart and soul? Oh, it's rarely seen rarely seen in Western countries. You think? I mean, I think a lot of people have good hearts. I hope so. Like all over the world. Well, thank you, Shubham. I think people here that do care for others, especially in the Western culture, we're called like, yeah, snowflakes. You heard that story? People, because I want good for everybody, I get called like snowflakes and yeah, liberal, libtard, liberal, this. I'm like, I think the world can be a great place for everyone. I do. So why can't we just make it, if it's possible, to help other people? When you come to India, please visit Goa and come to my house and stay. My mom likes that. Your mom likes that I laugh loudly. Why? Once you said that, now I got shy and it was like this when I laughed. Now, look, if I'm laughing loud, now I got a little shy, Paul. I got a little shy with my laugh when she said that. I'm loud all over. People are like, "You're so loud," and I see my kids get it because they'll be like, "I'm like, why are y'all so loud?" And I'm like, "They get it from their you." And I was like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't be so loud." React to Kanga movie trailers. I just did. We were just talking about the new one I did. I can't say that word. Is it the new movie trailer? Thavalia. Tension between India and the land. Oh, so it's because the land Kashmir, India, was filled with many different kingdoms. Oh, so that's what it's from. I've heard a little bit about. But I still don't know the history. Riding so soft in China. I wonder It may lose to China the tag of superpower. Its stance is not clear. They were fighting when they had. I don't know if y'all that new meeting with the ambassador, the China ambassador, the U.S. China ambassador in Alaska. They were going at it because I guess China didn't. He got in there and was like, oh, they put demands, and China was like, meh, meh, and then they got mad because our ambassador, I forgot his name, was like, oh, y'all just doing this for show. Once the cameras go off, y'all are, oh, let's talk. But then in front of the cameras, they wanted to put on this big show. That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying here, that they were really trying to put on a show in front of the cameras when they met. But this what I don't. So one other thing, well, first, just talking about, I shouldn't get into, I'm not going to get into politics now. I'm not going to get into politics. Trump was more patriotic compared to Biden, to be honest. Trump was. No, he wasn't. We're going to get into this again. We're going to get into this. If you haven't lived here, first-hand experience with this, why don't you trust somebody who has? See, calm me down, Tejas. Calm me down. I'm not gonna get into this. I'm not gonna get into this, Tejas. Calm me down. After British, Son Patel was one who went to each kingdom to convince them to get together. Every kingdom agreed except King. So this goes way back, Tejas. Okay. Trump was hard on China. He wasn't. Shabham. It was because they were even saying, like, before the COVID stuff hit, that he was all the same as any president with China. Then the COVID hit, and then China wouldn't send supplies or something, and then he got mad and started calling China flu and all this kind of stuff. But still, it wasn't. What did he do? Really got out the WHO because of China. China didn't care about that. That's all he did. Did he really put any kind of sanctions on him? I don't think so. And then you want to talk about who is not in charge? Russia. Look at Russia and all they did. He was buddy to them. They were putting stuff on soldiers' heads, bounties. Putin was putting bounties on the soldiers' heads, and Trump wouldn't say one thing. Then Biden came in and was like, "Yeah, we're gonna stop this." So I wasn't supposed to be getting into politics. I get fired up. Who's your favorite Bollywood actress? That's a hard one too. Why y'all wanting me to do these favorites? I don't know. I like a lot. But should I say Priyanka Chopra? You know what I wanted to say? You know what I wanted to say Priyanka Chopra for? It's just because I wanted to say goofy Nick Jonas. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I wanted to say Priyanka Chopra for. Which he was on, like, we have Saturday Night Live here. It's like a comedy thing on Saturday, and he was on it, and I just kept thinking he wasn't bad. I shouldn't be so harsh on him, calling him the goofy and everything. He was very good on it. He was very good. What's Elena? Question 2. Which wavelength DNA absorbs the most? I feel like I knew this. 280 nm, 290. I don't remember, Elena. I'm thinking it's like 280, maybe. Elena's really giving me quizzes today. At least this one was more, I had a better chance of getting. At least this one I have a better chance of getting. Not no capital of Canada, which is what? I already forgot. What was it, Perry? Oh, what was it? I even forgot it. Ottawa. I'm not going to forget it now. But after a month, tried again to convince them. This time it got convinced. All the paperwork was done. But King was in a rush and he forgot to stamp. That's what it was, because the king forgot to stamp one thing. That's what the tensions started from. Tejas. King Central on paper, but stamp was important. From one forgetting to stamp. Oh my goodness. Are you telling me that's how the tension started? Oh my goodness. This kind of turning into right, Jafet? Tell them, we got to get off the politics, Jafex, right? So look, I'm going to put forward your opinion and note it down on paper, but you forgot. Shabham, you gotta look. You gotta learn Shabham. My memory is not where it used to. Look, Alina's learning. I know how I'm forgetting my biochem stuff, and I studied that for years and years. I forget a lot. I'm sorry, Shabam. Because of a stamp, India's help was claiming that the long-standing many wars were fought. India won. Little part India is based on the true story. It is based. See, I thought even the movie said it was based on a true story. I thought even in the movie, when the movie came up, that it said it was based on like true events. Why people there believe that Indian culture of living with parents is not good and laugh on it, but it is your duty to support and love and take care of them. I don't think people laugh about it. I've never really seen anybody say, "Oh, that's funny." Like I respect people that take care of like their elderly. I even was talking about, was it last week, about Japan and how they like respect and take care of their elderly and things like that. And I wish they did more here. I think I even mentioned that last week, like on the live thing, on my live. I think it's a good thing. Here, so many, like they'll send them off to like the old folks' homes and stuff. Dahlia's bait. See, I thought it was. She was a. I remember. Look, I have a bad memory, but not that bad. Hope it's not too late. Mr. Aquarius is here. Well, Hinduism, English, you note. You forgot. I know I forgot. You're gonna learn this about me. How many times Mr. Aquarius had to ask, be like, "Have you watched my thing?" I was like, "I'm gonna watch it right after this," and then I forgot. How many? Right, Mr. A lot. Something's wrong. My browser keeps shut. Uh-oh. Seems like everything's fine. I hope so. I lost my spot. Well, whenever I lose my spot, I always know how far behind I am. And I'm very far behind. Your sense of humor is very bad. The capital letter of Canada is C. You totally. Oh! Elaine, you think my sense of humor is bad? I didn't get the joke. I thought you were giving me hints. I didn't know this was a joke. Did anybody else get that joke? Maybe it's in the teller. I'm just Elena. That little part is still, because it's also a game when war is how every time India won. It's incarnate, not incarnate Hinduism video. Bollywood therapy's here. I've also heard the same thing about the vaccine. I also got dose 1 and 2. Did you get sick? You heard the same thing about people been exposed before? And I can see it because a lot of people I know, like one person that stuck out my mind, she's a nurse practitioner and got the vaccine and got so sick. And I was like, oh, I bet she was easily exposed to it, just seeing patients every day from it. I'm not asking for the capital city. Jayama's hair was pulled in assembly, hit her head. Also, Sari was pulled. The same thing had happened 5,000 years ago in the story. This time, God, Krishna saved her. I'm not going to crack jokes on you now with you. Elena! When do you usually come live to talk to us? Any specific time or day a week? Yes, Wednesdays at this. Well, now it's like, so whatever time it is now, I don't know what time it is where you're at. An hour, like take away an hour from it. So it's like 9 a.m. my time on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday morning, Shabham. Come join us. It's fun. We talk about all kind of stuff. Sometimes politics, and I get they got to calm me down. A lot of questions. That's why today I was like, ask me anything. Everybody's with the politics today. I don't know why. I actually feel that's what I feel like I haven't been talking about politics much at all lately because I just feel like things here at least are getting better since they've had the change and everything. I mean, still there's problems always, in the political world and in countries. There are always going to be problems. But at least now I feel like we have somebody that's not crazy in office that can take care of them. Look, and Bollywood therapy is here. Bollywood therapy lives in the U.S. So because Bollywood, I don't know if she's still here. Maddie Lee was here. A lot of it. Mr. Carey, where because a lot of people was coming in talking about like they think they know better than us that live in the US about presidents and past and Trump and all that, and that he was actually good, even though they never lived here under him. So now I know I have some people here that I don't know if Yogit's still here though, but that's who tried to tell me I was wrong. And he still won't tell me that he trusts me, that hearing firsthand from something, living under Trump, trying to tell him I know firsthand how it is. He still didn't say he trusts me. So I feel like that conversation got nowhere. Glorin, hi, what time is it? You know what time it is? I don't have my song up. Peanut butter jelly time. I don't have my song up. I should always have that ready to go when someone says, you know what time it is? Well, since this is titled Ask You Anything, Mr. Yes, you are so soft spoken and down to earth woman. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Chopin. It's Pagal. Do I not say that right? Go ahead and say, still working on my third. What if? Still too long. I added a lot. It's far to go. Never been worked on anything long before. Good. I'm glad you're sticking with it, Mr. Curious. No, you are sweet. Oh, thank you. Some papers are better funded than others. For example, I was saying her ex. My sister used to work for BBC, and I think she had the New York Times, a good publication, and because they have resources. Prabri is here. Hey, Prabri, when did you get here? Am I that far behind? It's already an hour and a half. I'm going to try to go fast and catch up. ZS, you never praise Krishna Kapoor in any song reaction, only Govinda, you're not given. You know what? You're probably right, ZS. I don't know much about her. I should look more into her. Look, yes, I'm saying you're right. Cause I don't, you know why? Is this because I don't know that much about her or haven't? I think too, cause doesn't she do a lot with Govinda? When it was him, he's just so, he like, just so out there, he just makes me laugh. I think that's what it is. That sometimes I just overlook, but you're right. I should look for more stuff of hers and get to know her better. I don't even know her history. Maybe, do they have one of those biographies on her? When they show the history of her, and I'm gonna have to look. Sorry I'm late and sorry I missed last week. With Pabria, I hope everything's okay. They're doing great, Pabria. Love you, Zon. Thank you, Anastasia. I think that's how you say it. Sounds like a nice person. Please twist the nerve. Also working on What If's done this one. I think it's high time you come to India. I'm not, and live there. He wants me to settle down. It would be good for us and no worries and accommodate. Oh, he don't want me to just visit there. He wants me to live there. Please send. I will, Pabri, and I missed you. I will, Vicky. Is Krishna Kapoor in it? Aiden isn't here today. He's actually on spring break, but he's doing really good. China wants to rule the world. Or does North Korea? That's the news I saw today, that North Korea fired missiles or something yesterday. There's a lot of countries and people you have to watch out for. It's not just one out there. It's not just one that can. Although I think I have another idea for another what if. Write it down. Both. I've seen The Boys, and which reminds me, The Boys, because there's a new animated series based on the comic book Invincible coming to Amazon. I bet you'll like it. I bet you'll like it, Mr. Perry, too. And it's called Invincible and based on those comics. And I got to watch the first 3 episodes screener, but I think there's going to be like 8 episodes. And I thought it was so good. It's animated, but it kind of reminded me a little of The Boys. It was like violent and gory because I think y'all going to like it. I'm just saying that's one you should check out. I suggest it to at least Perry and Mr. Curious, because I know they like The Boys. Don't you like The Boys with Perry on Amazon? Do you play any musical instrument? I don't, Nageli, and I always wanted to. My husband's in a band. He plays guitar. He'll do the drums, and my daughter plays saxophone. I always wanted to do the piano. I don't have very good patience. ZS still. I'm not. ZS, I agree. He want to make sure I knew about her. I'm going to look her up. ZS, this one's going to be for you. I'm going to see if there's a biography from her. ZS, this is going to be, you're right. Vicky, there's an abusive word in Hindi called, should I say it? Oh, wait, Gandu. Like you call libtards, they call librandus. Is that a bad word? Did Vicky get me saying a bad word? Did Vicky get me saying a bad? I'm gonna have to be careful, Vicky. Hey man, do you know Malala Yousaf, a Pakistan female rights activist? She was also invited on Ellen. No, wait, I might. The name sounds so familiar, and if it's the one I'm thinking in my head, because did she get like time or was like nominated for like the most interesting person of the year, like by time is that the same one? I wish the name came to mind. It might be the same one, Shazam. It might be. Yeah, I'm bad with names. Number two, I'm bad with names, but I think I might, especially if she was on. When you said Ellen DeGeneres that she was on there, that's what got me thinking because I was like, I thought she was on there too. And what is she known for? Her activist, like, what does she stand up like? That Greta, she's like the climate, right? What did she? Something happened to her? Did she get? Was she gonna get like stoned or what? I can't recall it now. I can't. Furious Gold. Hi, Furious Gold. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for my friend. Goofy Nick Jonas. I had to say that for Bria. I just had to say it. Good to know. And I'm glad for Bria's here that he didn't miss it. I just wanted to say it. But he really is. He was a good actor too. I watched him on the SNL. He hosted a few weeks ago. And I was like, I shouldn't give him such a hard time. I see why Priyanka loves him. You think they're ever going to have kids, right? Have they been along? How long they've been married? I hope the kids look like her, not Goofy Nick. I hope they look like her. You should answer all questions rapidly. I know. That's the thing. I get to talking. Especially when I said ask me anything. I need to be like quick on it, right? 260. Alina, I was close. I really thought it was 280. I was close. There, Elena. Elena's gonna be like, Elena's gonna be like, she's the one stumping me here today with these biochem questions. Do you know how long it's been since I even even learned? Because we didn't work on DNA in the lab, and I worked in the lab 15 years and then been out of the lab for 5 years. So that's 20 years that I've at least been out of school, but probably 25 since I really maybe not that long. Maybe because I went to grad school too, and that was like 2.5 years. So maybe since I really got into had learned DNA, the absorption, that might have been 25 years ago. Y'all know I can't remember what's the Ottawa, Canada capital, and y'all just told me that. So getting that close, Elena, after 25 years of learning this, that's pretty good. Only 20 off, that's pretty good. Admit it, Elena. Admit it. That's good. You're impressed. Elena. Perry, Perry, respect the fact. Most welcome, Perry. By the way, Twisted Nerve said this: right-wing bigotry in India is defined by religion identity, much like the white supremacy mindset. We can't agree more. My parents are conservative. I love talking to Bollywood. I wanted to have her on before, because Bollywood, you grew up in the US, right? You were born here, but your family is from India. So you have a good knowledge of both, I think, worlds, right? Especially when it comes in the politics and stuff, because I had talked with the farmer protests with her, and I wanted to have her on, and then it got crazy busy, and then, but I love talking about me and her chat sometimes, right, on the Instagram and stuff, just because I can really get a knowledge, because she grew up here, so she has the knowledge, learn from here, but also from her family who was from over there. And your sister, right? Your sister worked on the newspaper over in India, I'm thinking. So we have I'm just saying, me and Bollywood have good conversations. Why don't you start a YouTube channel, reaction videos too? A new report has emerged just now, which has put China on top. I lost my spot. I feel like I could go faster in comments If I just stop losing my spot there. On top, in U.S. second position, countries have the most powerful army. The new report is better than Bloomberg's report. I mean, they have a lot of people, right? Did they put a lot of money to like their weapons and army and all that stuff? What did I wrote? Oh, this was a long time ago too. But they were like, because I mean, China's so populated. I read some report that there's like not even enough bullets. I mean, I shouldn't even talk about bullets and killing people. That's wrong, right? But if there was like a war with them or whatever, that there wasn't even enough bullets to like to like kill. This is terrible. Me talking about killing. I wouldn't even say that, but you're just saying like biggest, army and stuff like that. That there isn't even enough bullets in the world. I think to as many as like population of China. That there's not even. I shouldn't even say that. That's wrong to say, but it made me think you're talking about the army because I was just like probably the size of it too, just because the population of China is so huge that you also have to think of the size and the people enlisted and the bodies that they have in the army. And do they make them go in the army? I don't know. I don't know how like China works. I know they don't do that here anymore, right? Like have the draft or anything because we're not at wars or whatever. But I felt like in China, like they made maybe men serve for a while or maybe it's not. Maybe that was like long ago. I don't know. Please do reaction on songs copied Bollywood from the world. Oh, I should, huh? You keep talking about this, Vicky. Copied Bollywood. She keeps. Did you give me any kind of links in my thing? I have to check because you keep talking about it. So look, you said it's funny. Did you say? I bet you will faint. I will faint while reacting on if your childhood memories are half destroyed. They say exactly the same thing bigoted white Americans say, but they don't acknowledge the parallels. They disapprove of Trump and yet have the same rhetoric. See how Bollywood knows her stuff. Bollywood therapy. I'm glad I met Bollywood therapy. She's my girl. Kind of wish your husband was right here now. I'll talk despite the fact that he's not bringing in. Because Todd, you should have my husband do. Remember I was talking about you need like a voice? He read your stuff good, I think, right? Mr. Curious. I was having him read it. Clark was solving the mission of Brandon Uncle as well as mother discovering Brandon has done everything in his notebook that he kept his drawings in. Do you know a Bollywood movie? No, I never heard of that one. I've heard of that Ranveer Kapoor. Like that name rings a bell. You have to go Pagal. Oh man. See, I know that's the only one I remember. Have to go crazy of it. Pagal. See, that's I think I just remember. I should change my name to Pagal Amanda Reacts. Thanks for that. Jaya Ma was the first female CM in India, the state of Tamil Nadu, also the youngest CM. She became CM 4 times. People used to call her Ma. That was the one, right? Jaya Ma. Jaya Ma. As Clark investigates the crime scene, Braden's uncle died from the car accident. He saw the symbol. Do you have all this written down, Mr. Like when you're typing it out, could you copy and paste to make sure you can even if you have a notebook, you should keep like a Word doc that you can copy and paste this stuff. Or are you copy and pasting from a Word doc? Mr. Karras might already be on it. I'm probably telling them all news. Where am I from? I live in the U.S. I'm originally born New Orleans, Louisiana. Do y'all know where that is? Like South, where they have Mardi Gras and all that. And then I live now in St. Louis, Missouri. So it's like more in we're in the Midwest, right in the middle, like the U.S. If you see the U.S., like we're right in the middle. From north, south, east, west, right. That's why they call it the Midwest. I actually live in the state and the city that has, I don't know if you've ever seen the arch. It's like one big arch. And they call it the gateway to the west because that was like the symbol when people were moving out west that they knew they was hitting the west because they saw the big arch, the gateway. Me and his more geopolitics, I guess. In his defense, overprotective mother is bringing his notebook and finally seeing what Brandon has truly done. I never ask about politics. In fact, I never ask about anything. That's true. And Fabria never asked because he knows how I get fired up when we talk, right? Is that why, Fabria? If someone talks about politics, y'all probably like, oh, Amanda's going to get, Vicky Vicky, calm her down. Tell her not to get angry, Vicky. Jemima's death was a mystery because many politicians were behind her. When she died, people in Tamiami were badly crying. Some committed and set themselves on fire. Where did I need to get, my lips are getting a little dry. What movie did I see? Is it the one with my boyfriend Ritik? When they were going to invade somewhere and all the women was going to like put them, and they were like, all the women went into like some area and was going to set themselves on fire. Was that movie, Akbar? Oh, that just reminded me of a movie that I saw. See, I watch all the movies over there. I watch a lot. Probably I haven't recently because I've been like so busy having to review movies, Hollywood movies and shows coming out here that I really haven't gotten to watch a lot that I wanted to. I still haven't watched that Debs people. That's one I want to put on the top of my list. But that must happen a lot. Did that happen a lot with the women set themselves on fire for it to be in the movie too? That's what they were going to do. My brother, again, Mr. Curious. I think I was a Japanese in my previous life because I was a kid. I am very eager. Oh, I want me, Vicky. Didn't we talk about this? I want to go to. That's Greg's dream place to go because we have friends from there and stuff too. And then just learning about their culture from our friends here and everything. And I still, some went back, but oh, I really want to go to Japan. Greg really wants to go. That's like his number one. I talked about going to Alaska, my dream trip. He wants to go to Japan. Hey, Amanda, are there any Muslims living in the U.S.? If yes, who are they? Mostly Arabs, African. There's definitely, like, U.S. has probably every single religion here. Like, we're the biggest. That's what I'm saying. You can go anywhere here and see different races, like Asians and Middle Eastern and African, as well as like the African American. But I'm saying like you can always tell the accent of people from Africa, their accents and stuff, and in religions too. Like and I think too, like we have so many restaurants, like Mediterranean restaurants, Asian restaurants, India restaurants, like Mexican, we have so many different ones because I think we're just such a melting pot that a lot of people that come over will, want to eat their food. And so they create a restaurant, whatever. So religions too. This is the thing. I don't know. Like he asked where they live in from. Are they like South Asians or Muslim? I mean, it's not like you can look at someone and know that they're Muslim, right? Like if I met someone, I wouldn't be like, oh, they're Muslim. Is there a way? And I could never tell. Even like here, I mean, you're seeing now, I don't know if y'all paying attention. There's been a lot of like or like this past week, we had like some mass shootings, right? Was it yesterday, the day before? It was somewhere in Colorado. But then we had one where a man targeted the massage parlors in Atlanta and killed like women in there and all this stuff, like 8, 10 people. So, and then it was a big thing that they're saying like Asian hate, right? That Asian hate's a big thing here, and they think it's stemming like because they said violence against Asians here in the U.S. has gone up 150% in the last year. And then they say like it's stemmed a lot from like the COVID, and then the president come on call it the China virus and all that like it's stemming a lot from that. But then this is also a thing like that's China, right? But this is just Asians, like so a lot. It's hard to tell too. Even in the U.S., I'll see someone Asian, but I don't know exactly if they're Chinese or I mean you can tell like some like Chinese, Japanese, but you can tell some, but it's still even hard, I think, to distinguish the regions people come from. Matt, if you live there, it's probably easier. Maybe you can. Maybe if like there's certain things you can maybe tell the difference between different Muslims and religions. But here, if you're not know it that well, I could not tell the difference. Maybe by talking to them, I guess. But that's not really something like if I meet someone, I never ask them, like, what religion are you? I don't think I've ever asked someone that I met, like, what religion are they? It's not something big we talk about here. I mean, people are, I mean, we're Christian, like, biggest population, but we have some of all or just no religion whatsoever. They have atheists here and things like that, but I don't think I've ever asked someone like what religion. And then if they did say Muslim, I would just be like, oh, okay. But I wouldn't know what, like, if they were, like I said, mostly Arab or African or so, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even think to ask, oh, you're, I thought Muslims, I didn't know there's like specific regions that's only that. Isn't there all around the world? See, I don't even know. Oh, but he's back now. Do you know who developed cataract surgery, nose, and many more 3,000 years ago? It was developed. Really? Oh, they did that. Eye, like cut open? Oh, wow. I bet he probably likes that. LASIK. The LASIK? Greg had the LASIK when he had to wear glasses, but then got that they cut the little, I watched it too. They cut a little flap off the eye and put lasers too to correct their vision and put it back. Do you have hard facts? All right. Do you have hard facts in black and white about Trump administration versus Obama administration on all parameters? If you have, I will come to USA and apologize to you. I have your government site stats that Trump was better than Obama on counts. What government site stats? What government? And what ways was he better? Well, first of all, than Obama. But this is the thing, like, I don't think Obama was perfect on everything. But you can look at, like, even the economy stuff, how people always want to say the stock market when it comes to Trump. But if you look at the past stock market graphs, you will see under Obama, the stock market went like this. Trump got in and it kept going, but it didn't go as steep. It it wasn't even that big of a growth. If you want to talk about the economy and stuff. But I wonder what our government site stats. Question 3. Alita. Alita's always. I don't even know. Oka, I can't even say that. This is some kind of new DNA stuff. Alita, my brain's tired. I don't even want to think about Alita. I don't even. And then Bollywood got me my favorite Bollywood actor. That's actually easy. Normally I would say I'm skipping Elena's because I already, Elena's gonna get it. You can make fun of me, Elena. You can make fun of me. But I will answer Bollywood therapies because that's my boyfriend Ritik. Bollywood, how can you not even know? Did you just want me to say my about Ritik? Actor, actress. Are we doing both? That's the easy one. I don't even have to think about that one. Is it weird kind of locked down here? 8:30. Really? So y'all have like a nighttime? Bye. I'm going. Love you. Oh, look. Oh, she's gone. She'll even know I didn't know answer that one. Oh, good. Right before Brent, I'm going to try to go real fast on comments though. Eye lasers. Oh, through his father's head. Clark pulls Brandon's head, and heat vision will be fired in the sky. I'm going to be very truthful to you. I've never seen the book. Really, Perry? It's pretty gory. Clark was telling him to run as Clark threw Brandon in the air, and that's the fight. I don't want to go into it right now. Right to one of the most romantic. Oh, you will love it. This is the most romantic song. I'm going to have to write this one down. I love romance. Cahoon. And I'm trying to catch up because look, we've been on an hour and 30 minutes. I got a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Oh yes, piano is very good. I know to play piano and love to. Oh, I would love to hear it. I love listening to it. Oh, so she was the Malala Peace Prize, but why did she get it? Oh, see how far behind? I really got to catch up on this. Oh my goodness, I'm so far behind. Oh, she was the Nobel. She was shot in the Taliban for going to school. Oh, okay, the actor. See, I remember her being on. I remember her being on Ellen. Are you gardening, especially microgreens? I will be gardening. It's starting to get. Me and Greg are going to be growing. I think I'm gonna do my strawberries. I love strawberries. And last year we did a lot of peppers. This year I think I'm gonna do some onions. But I like to garden. And then the I usually grow things like parsley, like a lot of the spices, like basil, parsley, oregano. Like I grow a lot of those spices too. Those are easy though because you don't need a big thing to grow those. Both Brandon's parents run all the way to Clark's parents' house, and this is part actually focusing on Tori and asking Thomas and Martha. She is the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner. They got Pakistan and holding such a big credit on international level. I am impressed. Oh, you're impressed by my knowledge, Pabria. You like to go visit? Yes, I want to go visit India. How Clark turned out to be such a good and sweet young man, and then gave Brandon such love. He turned out to be twisted. Have you ever heard of that? He's a big Bollywood actor, super style, heavy quote type dialogues, like father of actors, if you ask me. I never Kumar. I mean, we know, but Raj Kumar. It rings a bell, but I don't know. I can't even picture it in my mind. Scenic drone shoot of Mumbai. Oh, is this a new video? Like I can see the top of it. Oh, I gotta see this. Even if I don't even react, I gotta check that out. Teachers, what's your favorite kind of coffee? Are you drinking coffee? Yes. I actually like a light blend of coffee. My favorite probably, and it's only in Starbucks, you can buy it, but it's like it's only comes out in the like around Christmas. It's kind of like the seasonal blend or bread. What is it called? I think they just call it a seasonal blend, but I think it's because I like it like cinnamon. I like those spices like nutmeg, cinnamon, and it has kind of those. I don't like a real dark. My husband, see, we always go back because I'll be like, you made the when he makes the coffee, it's always too dark, and I'm like, oh, it's too strong, too dark. I like a light blend. Thing is, Thomas and Martha didn't do anything different from what the title Tori did all day. Gave Clark all the love, support could give, hope the best. Whether Clark was going to be a good or bad person, woke up. Tavia. Yes. Kashmir is beautiful. Apples, cherries, and saffron. Very famous to react to Kashmir tourism. Iron Lady, India. No crazy man is fine. Don't change to. I like Pagala, man. I won't change it. I won't change it. For female, you are. Oh, it's Pagali. Pagli. Pagli is crazy. Oh, I gotta remember that. Pagal, that's for male. Pagli is for female. Oh, Mr. Karis, I wonder why he keeps doing that. He racked on this. Mary concert. She's an Indian violinist. The videos got Yano, there's a country in which the people look alike and duplicates of each other, and there's resemblance so much. It's like China, Iron Lady, an Indian. It's an Indian joke. China. I'm a skinny guy, and some people around me say things like, you should gain some weight, which makes me feel inferior. Hope this world gets some bozzy. I'm with you, Sue Hard. I'm with you. You know the Gateway Arch, Papria? Yeah, body. Like, what is a body? I like people want to always just with everything. That's what one thing I feel like, right? People can always, somebody's different and want to get on them about. I tell my daughter too. I'm like, you love you, no matter your size, whatever. You're beautiful, and what the way you're on the inside that projects out. Even if you've seen some people that you don't even think like, oh, that they're like you first look, you wouldn't think they're like beautiful, but then if you really get to know them, their good heart, doesn't that even make a person look more beautiful in your eyes? It does for me. Like I could see someone and be like, oh, they look plain, they don't look anything. But then if you get to like my husband too, like when I first met him, I wasn't like, oh, which I think he's hot now, but it's because mostly like the personality, I feel like makes you look. I've seen the same the other way too. Someone that looks maybe beautiful physically, and then you get to know them and they're mean and all this, and then they just look ugly to you. Inside is most important. Sular, don't let those people get to you. The movie, yeah, Pat. See, y'all. I watch a lot of these movies. Y'all know I do. The set the scene when the woman set themselves on fire. Yes. Oh wait, is that the one? Pat. Is that when he had many wives? Is that the movie and a different movie from the state of? Okay, that was. And see, I watch a lot of it. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know all the movies I watch. I watched them all. Not all of them, but I learned a lot from watching them too. Especially when we start discussing stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I seen that in that movie. I wasn't really working on this part yet because I'm working on part of Brandon's parents, mostly raising their kids. The fire thing is known as, oh, so there's a word for it, Jahar. Yes, I'm married, Jennifer Gomez. I can imagine Brandon keeps using his heat vision and Clark. But Clark keeps using his heat vision as well, and they keep canceling each other out. Mr. Curious, did you see the Snyder cut yet? Just had me thinking of like Clark and the heat vision. I liked it. You're very sweet and humble. Always say, thank you, Suparna. Thank you. I want to know, Amanda, where you saw Ritik on the pad. I just see him everywhere. Teaches. I see Ritik in my dreams. Ritik's all over. Like I'm just. Why is that making me laugh so much? Probably because it's a little true. I was like, is that Ritik? That was kind of what we're deeply. Okay, I love that movie. Ryan looks so fine in it, and even though he is evil. Recently saw that. I still haven't. Everybody keeps saying I need to see that. I thought it looked super dry, but people told me to watch it, and I enjoyed it. It's so in star study. Is it worth the watch? I mean, it has my girl Shraria Ray, like, and then it has SRK, so that's kind of why. But isn't it older? It's hard for me to watch older. I don't know why. I love just the newer stuff and the newer technology in the movies. But you got it. Old is gold. That's what they say, right? Israel is a good example country for the world. No religion should be a thing to worry about, but we are making it our birthright to talk about and worry about religion. Everybody should just, not push your religions on other people. Just you have your, relationship with that, and not come down on somebody for theirs. I feel that way too. Unless your religion pushes like harm or something, you want to be hurtful to other people, but I think it's a personal relationship you just have with God, and to base somebody off their color of skin, religion, it's all just ways to find something wrong in someone other to put another person down. Every time Brandon and Clark punch each other, pretty much sending shockwave through the sky, thunder noises. I'm Hindu. Hi, hi, Kabar Khan. He always asks about Kabar Khan. Always asks about. It is nice here. I don't. American degrees about in the 60s Fahrenheit. That's sunny. It is very nice here today. How's the weather there? That's okay. Spot on, Devda. That movie has a lot to say about melancholy. How is your health? My health is great. And I told y'all because I read another story the other day that quarantine, there's a lot of people in quarantine, and I guess in the US, I don't know about the rest of the country, that it was something like 46% of people this past year gained like 20 to 30 pounds. I was like, I feel you. I'm one of them. Because it's no activity. Like I'm not eating, I don't eat a lot. Actually, my husband was like, I'll eat sweets. That's where I'm weak. Sweets, chocolate. But like food, I'll like work throughout the day. Sometimes I forget to eat, I'll like, oh, I didn't eat, breakfast or lunch. And no wonder, like at dinner, I'm hungry. I don't eat a lot, but the weight gain is just from not being active, not going out. And, especially in the wintertime when it's cold out, you don't want to go outside, walk and stuff, but it's just from being in the house. So health though, but I've been like trying to exercise a little more, I still don't like exercising, but eating, better for not my problem. I said sweets, not eating like a lot of sweets. And I've lost about 10 pounds. I still got like 15 pounds I want to lose to even get back in like the clothes I was wearing before quarantine. But I lost about 10 pounds. So my health, actually, thank you for asking. It's very good. And I'm trying to be, and Greg too. Greg gained weight and he was worried because his blood pressure was getting a little high. And I was like, probably just, gaining weight. So he's been watching what he's eating, mostly like stuff low in the sodium. So his blood pressure, and he's been taking it and it's been all great levels. He lost a little bit, but we both like gain. That's why I said quarantine has, And then they said it was somebody like 46% gained 20 to 30. Then there was even like 15% that gained more, like 30 to 40 pounds. Quarantine's hard on people. This past year with COVID, like mentally, physically, it's been rough time, and hopefully we're at the end of it. Hopefully everybody get vaccinated. You can recognize any Muslim by his or her name, probably some common Muslim names. Muhammad. Okay, Muhammad. So their name usually, but so that's probably getting a whole nother discussion. We'll talk about that. So a name would tell you a lot about it. Got it. I guess some religions too, like they say, like Jewish people have like distinct last names and everything. Did somebody say something about laser eye surgery? Because Final Destination 4 made me afraid of that. Yeah, Greg Scott hit the laser eye surgery. Also captured the social dynamics of the late 1800s. Oh, now I really got to watch this Twisted Nerve. The dad does. People doesn't understand. U.S. doesn't have Muslim or caste problem. You have race problem. This is true. Like, well, I mean, I couldn't say it like all together because a lot of people were like against what Muslim like that after like 9/11. They would, but it's not so much, no caste. I mean, problem, not, we don't really have a caste system or caste problem like that. No. But yeah, our biggest thing is like race, right? Oh, I lost my spot. Where's I totally lost my spot. Vicky said, oh, here she said, your race problem, such as problem, developed country, developed problems. I'm just kidding. Great surgeon from India was he did every kind of surgery that even today's modern technology is impossible. I have had the COVID. I've had both shots. COVID vaccine. To tell you, Muslims around the world, South Asians are more attached to Hinduism, and Arabs consider mostly religion Muslims. They have more respect for Muslims. Your teeth are real. Yeah, it is. Your teeth are real. It is fake, but it's not impossible that you brush your teeth with nut bark. I have toothpaste. I don't know. Is that a thing? You brush your teeth with nut bar? We have toothpaste and I go to the dentist every well, COVID I didn't, but we go to teeth cleanings. Like next week I bring my kids, we get like try to twice a year to have our teeth cleaned at the dentist. I'm still thinking about the moment with Brandon Clark's parents again because they eventually crashed through the Ken's house and Kyle Brennan was yelling at Brandon to stop. Man, if you want to see the Bollywood's most romantic song, it's gonna be I'm gonna have to write this up. We're gonna have to have like a romantic song off. Like which one is the most romantic? Some of them though, don't you think? Because sometimes they don't always have 90% of the time there's no subtitles. So when it's romantic, I can only feel it by like the music and the tone and stuff like that. Because the words I don't like. That's one bad thing about sometimes with the words. They don't always have subtitles. 90% of the time they don't have subtitles. And I don't know what they're saying. I honestly do not know because I love Salman and Akshay and I couldn't tell. What is your favorite thing to do when you're bored? Watch movies and TV shows. Like that's my number. Always has been. Always been huge movies and TV show fanatic. Like all the time. Want to watch everything. And now, like even I have all these streaming services, Netflix and this, and I feel like I watched everything, especially during the like this past year. Another thing, I've watched everything that's on TV. Everything. Well, maybe not everything, but a lot. Like I've watched a lot. Besides these Asian Muslims who are attached, but they're probably the one who I can say not much religious compared to other Muslims. Have you seen the game? Yeah, Jeopardy. But Brain almost used his heat fish in the town. Clark flew, smashed Brandon's head through the wall, yelling, Mr. Karras, I really think you're going to like Invincible. It's coming on this Friday on Amazon. You should watch it. Nowadays, if you're preparing a job for the police, then if you're getting a job, then I will call you. I love dark coffee with that. Because you and Greg are just alike for Bria. Y'all are like best friends. Oh, he got vaccinated today? Twisted nerve. Everyone did. He stole the show for me. Biased. SRK did an amazing job. Great film. Please react on Bang 'em Bang films, fantastic and funny. Really? That's the thing. I think those kind of people rejected stones. The world might see the ugly and sometimes, but you yourself find value and worth in it. And no, crazy man, I have not seen Snyder Cut yet. You need to see that too. Oh, I lost my spot. But I'm trying to go fast. You're funny. I learned that rejected stones lesson from church when I was a kid. I think you should watch. It's a woman struggling and fighting for justice. Really? Oh, see, that's y'all know my kind of movie. Is it La Ja? Like the girl I talked to on Facebook, I feel that she is my rejected stone. Davis also has oh yeah, so you have to watch it. Also, you should react to the songs, especially. I've reacted to a couple. I remember. Oh, it's the best ones ever. I love to see your reaction to short movie Critty. Never heard that one, Draco. You know, Amanda, do you know that Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte Flair, the WWE superstar, announced on her Twitter she was tested? Really? I didn't know that. I won't pay attention to too much. I'm trying to catch up if y'all. But back when I was talking earlier, Kyle and Tori said Thomas and Martha, it wasn't necessarily easy for complex. Am I caught up? Oh, twisted nerve. Thanks for information, Davis. I had no idea. Ever since he discovered how special he was. There's a question. Kent was, how did Clark become like Brandon after he realized special teaches fights of Hinduism Muslim is because of British. They made us fought with each other, and that's how they captured India. They applied divide and rule policy. Happens a lot. I mean, that's why they say too, like especially here, like the whole thing, Democrats and Republicans. I'm like, they want to have these two political systems, so we fight against each other, not where the evil really is, you know. And common tactic. Gotta go. Bye, Shazam. Shazam was here for beginning. You've been on almost 2 hours, Shazam. Romantic song. When you go fast, you skip. I know, but I gotta catch up. Cause look, I've been almost 2 hours. I gotta catch up and go. Catch up and go. Scenes twisted Bollywood therapy. You might like that. What are your opinions about? I love the trailer. That's what. Now, one thing is, I don't know if it's in English subtitles yet, which I should go see if they have English subtitles of that trailer yet. Usually it comes later that I can watch it again. Because a lot of the stuff I didn't get to, they had some stuff that they had English, but especially like the words, they put the words on, which I thought they had the words like flash on screen that was English, but then they spoke in the different language. But I loved it. I like right when I was even, I think I wasn't even halfway through when I was like, I gotta watch this. It has everything I love. Have it, based. Someone tried to say it wasn't based on. I thought it told me when it flashed the words up there that it said it was based on true events. The person, then they got the kanga in it. Like I was like, I gotta check this one out. The girl power, strong female. Like everything I love, everything I love. So that's gonna be one. I have to figure out how to watch it. If it doesn't come to theaters here or whatever, I got to figure out somehow. Illegal copies that has to have English subtitles. That's what it. Don't forget the vendor scene. I won't. How many minutes does the Snyder Cut Justice League go on for? 4 hours. It's like 4 hours and 1 minute long. It didn't seem that long, though, Perry. It went by fast. Goodbye, Twisted Nerve. I'm going soon. And logically, all lead female characters have names that are. Oh, really? This is like the Lord Shiran's wife, Mahali. But I'm gonna have to. You suggested Papria too. That's like a good one. Y'all give me a lot of suggestions today. Amanda, grade 12 board exams next month. Good luck, Shrivets. You can do it. You can do it. I'm sure you're working on something awesome. I wish you the best. I be safe. Love you too, Perry. We're hearing British saved Hindus. Religion else. We're hungry to destroy heroism from this planet. The thing British done good, but still we can't thank them. Missed your comment. You missed my Shrivas, I saw it. The board exams. Opinion. Oh yeah, I just said my opinion. Did you miss that? I just said my opinion. Thanks for the recommendation. All right, guys. I'm at the end of the comments. At the end, still Pagal. Still Pagal. That's crazy, right? Pagal, crazy. Says something. That's the only word I recognize. Thanks we talked 2 hours today. 2 hours went by faster than the Schneider cut. Faster. That was a long movie, but it was worth it. And I'll be back next week. Someone asked the time. It's always when I come on Wednesdays unless something else happens. And next week, oh no, Greg won't be out because he's taking off. My kids will be here. Maybe they'll come and say hi because next week's their spring break. They have the week off, so I probably won't be able to talk too long because we're gonna go do a lot of stuff. Spend time safe stuff. We're gonna go do like maybe around town, maybe go to the Arch or something. But I've missed y'all. I know I love chatting with you too. I love chatting with all of you and catching up. And it's always hard to go. Look, I've talked 1 hour and 55 minutes, and I'm like, I could sit and talk another 2 hours, but I got stuff to do. I haven't even eaten my breakfast. I got to get my coffee's empty. But I'll be back next week. I always be back, and I miss you guys. I do when during the week, and I'll try to go through these suggestions y'all gave me. Don't get mad. Where's the one they were like, I give you this reaction and this one and this one, and you didn't do it. Y'all know how I am. I try. I really do try. All right, guys, be safe. Be nice to each other. Take care. Sending your families and you and all you guys love. I love you guys. Till next week. Bye.